Okay guys, I'm going to try to keep this short and give you a quick video on how to create a Adobe Spark post. So whether you're online or on a device, I'm working on an iPad, and so it's going to be slightly different than if you're working online. Also, if you are in my BIM or graphic design classes, you already know how to do this, but my animation and yearbook kids have not done it yet. So when I open Adobe Post, it's going to show you all the things that I've created before, but the big thing here is to know that you're going to click the plus sign at the bottom. And if I were you, I would start with a solid color, and then you have tons of colors to choose from. When you find one you like, you choose it, and at the bottom you should see next. And we're all going to choose the Instagram size, that square size post. So nothing horizontal, nothing vertical, but the square post for Instagram, and then click done. And so it's really basic. From here, you just type in what you want to say, and it'll kind of walk you through it. And when you're done, you click done and you place it. And then as you're working on your text or whatever, you're going to have lots of opportunities to make some choices on, what the shape looks like, what it is you want to do with it. And then you can come back over and play with your font colors. You can switch those. Like right now, I just have, it was white on black. I can switch them back and forth. But when I'm ready to add some more text, I just click anywhere, and I'm going to add some text, and I'm going to go through the steps. And this is not going to look just like my my title, so it's going to have no shape. And then y'all know how badly I don't like Times New Roman. So I'm going to change it to something that is not even close, because y'all know how I am, or you should if you don't. I am not a fan of Times New Roman or anything that looks like it. Here we go. So the cool thing here is, you can place it wherever you want. You can resize it. But if I know that I'm going to use another number just like this, I would select it, and I would go under the Edit tab. I would duplicate it. And so I'm just going to come down here and do all of the next steps. But it's spelled correctly. And then I'm just going to keep doing that. I basically got my format down. I'm just going to keep doing this until I have all my pieces together. So just keep duplicating. And so I know this is not exactly goodness. I want it to line up together. I know this is not exactly what we left off doing, but ooh. Goodness, I can't talk at the same time. Guys. But it is technology, and it is graphics. And so if you notice, as I'm going, I'm getting it lined up. Ooh. And so I made sure that I formatted my first one, and then when I duplicated it, I didn't have to keep formatting and asking it to change in any way. And for me, I'm going to add a hashtag. So that's basically how you create one. You're going to leave that little Adobe Spark logo in the right-hand corner. But there's lots of things you can do from here. You can go in and add. You can add an icon. So you've got lots of little icons if you want to search for a specific one. Like let's say I want to get an icon for cough. We'll see what they have for that. And I don't see a cough in your elbow, but I do see a cough. So I'm going to insert a little icon. Obviously, I don't want it to be green. So I would change its color. So you could do any of those things you wanted to. You could say done. If I want to add an image, but I'm not really going to add an image. I really don't want y'all to have to do any images. But if I want to add a pattern, and this one's kind of quirky, because when you add a pattern, obviously it's going to go to the background. So I'm going to go find a crazy busy one because I want to show you what you can do different to it. So I'm just going to pick one. I'm on a device, so I have to tell it I want to download it, and I have to tell it where. So I just asked it to go to my library. And when I do, it does come into my document. So that gets super crazy, right? It is ugly. You can't see your text anymore. You can't see any of your designs. So when you go in here to either enhance, looks, or adjust, you want to change the, what am I looking for? I am looking for the opacity, if I could find it. Maybe I'll drop down the saturation. Y'all know that it changes the color, but I'm looking for the opacity. And I'm not able to, I don't see it right there. I did another one earlier and opacity was just in there. So you could come in here and play with some of these to drop that back if you want to. But it was in one of these. There's some blur, there's some, you know, different colors you can put in there and cause it to have. But again, I don't see opacity like I did before. So once you have something fixed, like I probably am going to go in here and change that color just a bit because I really can't see it. There we go. There's something. So in order to finish this, I would probably put some icons on all the others. You don't have to. If you don't like the icon, you can certainly delete it. I believe there was a delete somewhere. There it is. And so once you are finished with it, you're going to save the image. And then you are going to upload the image to your Google Drive. So there's the one I did earlier. And here's the one I just did with you. And so that's it. Pretty easy. If you're doing it on a computer, you want to download it as a JPEG and turn it into Google Classroom. All right, email me if you have any questions.